Heartlings, Heartgamer26 here, and I am back with a brand new episode of AutoCraft. Yes, we are back. If you saw the last episode, I ended up doing pretty much a one-year tour of all the stuff I have accomplished on AutoCraft, because it's been 1 year since the first episode went out, and I wanted to show it off. And today we are back on building, and as you can see, we're currently working on Miss Judy's house. She's a little, like, pastel colored cub, so that's what we're working on here, and this one was a lot of fun. It took me a little bit trying to figure it out just to get the right color and texture of her house. As you will see, it took a little bit of, like, because I really didn't want to reuse materials I've used for a different house, and as you will see, like, about now, is I ended up using not only copper, I will get to that later, but I also used prismarine, which, if you guys remember, I used on Tia's house. And so I was kind of a little bit worried about using the same materials for two different houses, but then using copper to kind of help blend and give a little bit more of depth to it helped. And the interior, because her interior is purple and has stars, I couldn't really do stars without making it very leggy, so I decided, instead of making it all messy, because I could have done the whole interior of amethyst blocks, I kind of scattered amethyst blocks among the purpur. Yes, I actually used purpur, shockingly enough, for the interior, for the wall, and you'll get a better look of that later on in the video. But I really thought it was a cool idea because I also love amethyst. It took me a bit, I will admit, it took a bit, thanks to Rosie for the kind of the start, so I could get the purpur, because I didn't have what I needed, and I didn't want to go to the end and, like, gather all the purpur I needed, and I thought it'd be better to grow it. So thankfully, just leaving it to grow for a bit, I was able to gather even more than I needed for this build, so thankfully I have purpur in here, and I think it turned out really nicely. It's a nice purple. I wish we had more variety when it comes to purple blocks, but it's still a nice purple when used, and you know, you use it right, it can work out. And so did that. I also tried to get a bit of a spotted carpet. You'll see that better when we get inside the actual house. And I tried to get a bit of a spotted carpet because Judy has polka dots on her carpet, and so I kind of went with that with the wool. I think it looked okay. The only thing I really never figured out is in Judy's house, she has like these garlands of stars, and I could have maybe done a little bit with maybe the shelves to try to do that, but I just decided not to. So that's a feature I actually did not add into Judy's house, unfortunately. But I'm really proud of how this looks. Even though reusing the amethyst, wow, reusing the prismarine made me a little worried. I'm okay with that because it actually looks nice. It's a bit different than what we have over at Tia's house, and it incorporates copper. I know words, and then, you know, it kind of also blends into the dark prismarine, as you can see, and yeah, the dark prismarine I think works as a roof, kind of gives that color that I wanted. And we're going to be coming up to a bit where you'll see, yep, actually right here. So I'm starting to wander around confused because I was a block short on one of the things, because I will say I do use Lightmatica to help me plan out the builds, and then I can get them done. And I was short, I think it was a copper, cut copper, I think. Like, I think I had one, but I shouldn't have. I should have had just regular copper block. So I'm trying to figure out what I had, what I was missing, and then it turned out I was, like, I misplaced. I think it was the other way around. I had a prismarine block, and I was looking for why I had a prismarine block when I needed copper, and then found out I misplaced the prismarine block, so then I had the copper block, but then found out the copper block I had was the wrong copper block, so then I had to go and look at each one, and then because I was using wax compared to regular copper blocks, I had to kind of unwax them and to figure it out. So you can still see me trying, like, each wall, going through each layer, figuring out where did I put the wrong block? Where is it? It took a while. And I'm like, no, because it's like, where did that one block go? I had it. I had everything planned. I worked so hard getting everything. Where did it go? Eventually, a little spoiler, you can actually kind of see me starting to do the waxing of the copper, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Come on, where is it? I couldn't find it, because this is the point where I couldn't find the copper block. I found the prismarine, but I couldn't find the actual copper block. So I even, I even checked around and stuff, but there, I found it, and I was happy. So then I continue on with my build, and then I think I ended up misplacing a block. So I didn't actually notice this until editing, that I dropped a block. As you can see, it's just floating there. And now future me compared to past me is like, no, my block. Oh no, it's gone. I worked so hard. Thankfully I had extra, so I could just fly. We're not to that part yet, but I could fly after I got this fully built and then just add it, because it's like, where did it go? I was one short. I made sure to count everything. I was like so meticulous. Where did the one block go? Yeah, if I would have looked, I would have found it floating, the poor thing. And yes, it will despawn. I never find it. It's sad. So that block is gone forever. Rip, prismarine slab, dark prismarine slab. You will be missed, even if you caused me a little headache. But yeah, I really like it. Again, with these houses, they're so easy for at least size-wise to build. And so they're the same size, and actually I could talk about this too. So you may notice now we're on the other side of the residential services area. So I did have to change up the fence a little bit, I had to mirror it, and then because of how the houses are, I couldn't exactly fully mirror it, because the path is actually where the flowers or the coral is right now. That's where the path was originally, but because of how the houses in Animal Crossing are, I couldn't have the path walking up to the house there. So instead, I just had to move it over, and it did take me a little bit to fix the fence. So in the front of the fence in front of the house is actually a little bit different than the ones over at the other houses on the other side of the island. So I did have to change that up, but otherwise I'm not mad about that. I really like it. There is a few things that I still need to do here, and then over in the next section we'll get to, because we'll be finishing the roof here, and then we'll get to the other exterior ID stuff that we need to do. Actually right here I was searching for the block, and I'm like, oh no, where is it? So I put the doors in. Took a little bit because of how I placed the doors originally, and then I got a little confused, so it's like, oh, well, no, I placed the doors wrong, placed them there. So, had to place the doors, and as you can see, we're moving over, because now we're going to work on the exterior. So, for Judy's theme, because if you guys remember, I like to do themes when it comes to the exteriors. Tia's was kind of more the tea, sitting out in the garden. Eric's was camping. This one was a little rough. I was kind of dreading it, because I ended up doing the mermaid collection for Judy and the seashell collection, and so it was a little hard to get this to work out, and I had to kind of work it, especially the fountain. The fountain is nowhere near what the fountain in the game is, because that one's like a pearlescent seashell, wow, that's hard to say, fountain, and unfortunately I couldn't get it to work, so I just built her a fountain in her thing. Also, you can see the little jukebox in the background. Yeah, that one was rough, because that was supposed to be a seashell jukebox as well, so I couldn't get that one to work out, but I'm okay with that. And then I gave her a little couch, which I will be updating if we get to use the wool slabs or cushions, because we get to finally sit. I'm so happy for that. That makes me so happy. But that'll be updated if we get to that update while still on AutoCraft. And then I'm actually pretty proud of the banners in the background, the blue, magenta, pink. I think it turned out well. It kind of gives a bit of a, that mermaid vibe, and it's supposed to be like the, I don't know what they're called, but it's like divider when you're getting dressed. That's what it's supposed to be. And I couldn't figure out what to do, so I just used banners, and I did a little bit of cool color to it. So I'm pretty happy on that one. Now we should be heading into, yep, we're moving into the interior now. There I go. Whee! And yeah, so as you can see, I kind of did a little bit of a pattern with the amethyst. As you can see, I tried to do a bit of polka dots on the carpet. And so her interior is the block, like the toy block interior. So that one was interesting because it's like different colored like wood together. So I had to figure out how I was going to get like that toy box feel. So I just went with different colors. And of course, you know, in the future, when we get the slabs of the wool and everything, those will be updated to the wool so we can have the beds. And then if we get to the cushions, I will place cushions down so we can actually sit. I am so excited. We can finally sit in Minecraft after 17 years. I am so excited. This is going to change interiors completely because now we can make interiors functional, which is exciting. So I'm going to have to redo my interiors for this whole island if we get to that point. Sorry, I am just so excited for that. That we can finally sit and kind of, if people are doing roleplay servers, that's going to be also helpful too, because then I know there's like the data packs, I think there, that can allow you to sit. On LPM4 we actually have that, and we can spin and everything, but vanilla Minecraft we can finally sit, and we have cushions which look cool that can be put on everything pretty much. Hopefully they keep it that way because I think that'd be fun, and it can add some decor. Like, I'm already planning how I could change things once the cushions are introduced and the ability to sit. Because I can have couches and sofas and chairs, and we can actually have campfires and sit around the campfire and have fun. But yeah, I'm pretty proud. You know, it's a standard, typical on if you've seen all the builds that I've done for the houses, you've seen them all. Oh, I hit my mic. The wall, the interior is pretty much the same. The roof kind of matches. I didn't go with the carpet this time. I went with the walling because I didn't know what to do for the roof. And so, you know, the typical lights. I even added some amethyst to get that star feel up on the roof as well. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of how this worked out. It took me a bit to figure her place out. And that pretty much just leaves us one more place, which I will go into in a little bit, but I'm pretty proud. Now, Key Eye viewers will notice this is where my sheep were, so I had to move my sheep before we started this, and so I moved them to the open lot that I don't know how I'm gonna do. I will admit, that one is gonna be a rough one because that is the seasonal one on my island, and right now it has wedding stuff, so I don't know how we're gonna do it. But anyway, yeah, we're done. So I will meet you in the game and we can finish up with everything. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed that time lapse. Yes, we are one house away from completing all the residential houses on this part of the island. Not all of them. We still have more, like 5 more houses to actually build after these two. So yeah, but we finally got it done, and I want to do some finishing up touches. But I wanted to get her name colored. I will need glow ink, so that's something that will be on the list to deal with. But you may notice over here there's some floating blocks. That's because I want to do quick armor stand work, so that's what we're gonna do, because on here there's some couches, or not couches, but what are they called? Cushions, and I wanted to actually. That's not where you go. Oh no. No, I needed that block. No, I misplaced the block. No. No. I'm so sad. No. Well, that was a mess. Oh no. Well, actually, you know what? Second thought, I will work on this tomorrow on stream so I can go get more because I'm so sad. But yeah, pretty much, yeah. As you can see, we have lovely fountain. As I mentioned, that would be the pearlescent fountain. We got a wardrobe out here. I tried my best to do that. I love the banners. I love how the banners look. It's so pretty. We got the couch. Those will have cushions in the future, I promise. Well, we have, wait, is there supposed to be the, that's where the other barrel is supposed to be. Oh, and I'm stuck. Oh no, help. 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 I'm stuck. Oh no, I'm free. I was wondering because I had an extra barrel and I'm like, where'd the extra barrel go? Oh, this is all crazy. Anyway, I'm really proud of how this came out. It's been a while since I've been on the server. I apologize. As you guys might know, I kind of took a bit of a break, but I am officially back with streams and content and everything. So yeah, so this is where I moved my sheep from over here. We will need to move this fence over a little bit just to readjust it, like as you can see over there, like when I mentioned in the thing. I need to come up with a design for Meringue's house. I think it's Meringue that lives here. And then we'll be done with the houses over here. And I will eventually have to deal with the dreaded terraforming. But I'm really happy. And yeah, it's been a while and I've missed being on here. So I'm going to try to get on here more. We will be streaming tomorrow. I will be playing on AutoCraft tomorrow. So we'll probably finish up this house, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll explore, maybe organize a bit, start planning, maybe move over some stuff. Maybe I can ask you guys on what we should do for that area. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I probably should say something just in case you do see this. You may notice the name, Stab Through the Heart 2.0. So during stream, Heart was silly, and I was over at the Ender, you know, cleaning up or, you know, mending all my stuff, and I was trying to throw Ender Pearls, and the machine that would do the Ender Pearls normally was full, so I was manually getting rid of Ender Pearls from my inventory over the void, and over in this slot, there was some Ender Pearls. So, you know, I was finishing up here, so I scrolled, but instead of just doing this, I scrolled over to here and just went boop. And down went my sword to the void. So I actually lost a tool to the void, sadly. So now I have a new sword, and that's where I got all my purple. That's going to need to be cleaned up. But yeah, that was fun. So yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Question of the week, I guess. I need to make sure to ask you that, and it's kind of a bit late for that. But how y'all doing this summer? It's been so hot. It's been very hot here. Been very hot, and then we'll get some rain, but the rain won't cool it down, and it'll still get hot. And also dealing with some sad things in my life. I don't know if you guys know. I don't remember if I mentioned it in my last episode, but unfortunately, our cat, Link, of almost 13 years, we had to put him down a few weeks ago, and actually this past week we got his ashes. So he's back home, in a sense, but yeah, we had to put him down, unfortunately. It was rough. It came very suddenly, and I'm pretty sad about it, but that was kind of why I took a break. Plus, you know, summer holiday was coming up, and I just was not in a good mental state. But I'm getting better. I am getting better, so hopefully things can get better. I did upload a schedule, so make sure to check that out. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow here on AutoCraft. I will be live on Saturday, not with Animal Crossing, but I will be participating in a stream day for LPM4, which is Exuma's supporter server. I will be participating at my normal time at 10 a.m., so make sure to check that out. And yeah, I think that's going to be about it, so have a good one, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye!